Hey, what's up, guys? With the Steel Rain update, most of the game's meta has seen some major changes. Today I'm going to be talking about Power Armor especially. Power Armor has seen so many changes to make it even better than it already was when it was already a viable option. In today's video, I'm going to cover over 10 tips and tricks I've applied to the Steel Rain update. Hopefully all these tips will improve your experience in the Steel Rain update. Let's get into it. My first tip is, well, this may be obvious, but you should always have a set of power armor on you. Whether it be an excavator set so you can mine better, or it be a strangler heart set so you have better resistance to radiation zones. Every power armor has its viable environment. What I mean by that is, every power armor has a use case. So, like I was saying with excavator, you could use it for mining, you could use it for carrying loot, you could use strangler heart for radiation, you could use T65 or Hellcat armor for survivability. Each and every armor has its particular area it fits in. Even something as low level as Raider armor does fit into the meta for those low level players. My second tip is get mods. Mods for your armor are so important. Mods like calibrated shocks, emergency protocols, and the jetpack are game changing with your power armor. I would say calibrated shocks are the most important out of all of them to get because increased carry weight is the best option for your legs. And then emergency protocols for the torso, in my opinion, is the best option. Or if you want to have some fun, throw on the jetpack. Something you'll notice with the endgame power armors is that all of their mods are super expensive. For T65, each one of the mods costs gold bullion. For Ultra Sight and Strangler Heart, you have to farm the Scorch Queen and Scorch Beast to get a chance at getting the plans. I myself didn't actually find them. I went and traded them for items I had on a trading Discord. But be aware when you do pick an armor, look into how expensive it's really going to be to have that armor. Like when I first got Strangler Heart, I didn't know that it was going to be so expensive to keep up the armor and actually build all the pieces and get the mods. Because in the end, I ended up spending like at least 3 weeks just grinding Vault Steel to craft it. And that's just getting the armor. And then I made a legendary, and then I had to get all the mods for it, and it was quite a hassle just for an armor that's kind of okay. My third tip is focus on getting an entire set of 3-star legendaries instead of getting a god set at the start. Back in my day, we only had mods, and now that we have legendaries, they are just additive. So don't pressure yourself into getting the best one to start with, because it's not going to come instantly. As most people will see, it's going to take months to get the actual perfect set. And depending on who you are and what you prefer, you may take even longer. Like for me, I'm going to go for an entire set of aristocrats with either weight reduction on weapons or weight reduction on chems, because those help me in my armor. But to each their own. In the end, we're all using power armor anyways, so we're already overpowered. My fourth tip is focus on getting legendary cores. So the way that you get legendary cores is by doing public events and doing the boss fights, which is Earl Williams and the Scorch Beast Queen. Of course, the boss fights pay out the best, but it's also kind of a pain in the butt to go get the nuclear key card and launch the nuke and do all that. The other good options are doing events like Free Range and Project Paradise, even though no one does it, Radiation Rumble, and just any public event. As you can see, the easier ones pay out less cores, and the more complicated ones will pay out more cores, but generally just joining them, even if you don't participate and you're just in proximity when it finishes, you'll get cores, and you'll be able to get even closer to building that legendary set. My fifth tip is strength is going to be your best friend in the special tree for power armor. Power armor and heavy guns go hand in hand. Power armor and heavy guns is like chicken and waffles. It's always going to work. This duo is fortified by the Stabilize perk. Stabilize makes it so all heavy weapons have increased accuracy and armor penetration. So it could take even a kind of okay legendary like anti-armor and make it so you basically melt every enemy. You don't have to use anti-armor, but everything that is paired with Stabilize is just made that much better. You could probably use a Nocturnal at night and demolish people with Stabilized. And the best thing about strength is that you could switch. So if you want to try out melee and see how melee is, you could do that. Or if you want to use a shotgun, you could do that. Whenever the peppered steak heavy shotgun thing comes out, you could use that too. It's a heavy gun and a shotgun, so you can use either perks. The game is very heavily lenient on the side of strength being the best. Unless you're a stealth build, you should probably be using all strength. My 7th tip is, any perk that increases the rate that you run in power armor or increases armor durability or anything like that is kind of useless. It doesn't have that much of an effect, and you're gonna need to repair your armor for daily challenges anyways, so it's kind of pointless to focus on getting them. I'd recommend just opening card packs, and if you get it, that's cool. Otherwise, don't really focus on it. You don't need it. You could just use whatever scrap kit or repair kit you get from doing your daily challenges and doing the seasonal challenges and stuff. It's not that biggie. Not that much of a biggie. The 8th tip is power armor that has damage resistance past 400 kind of has diminishing returns. And by that I mean you won't really notice a difference between 400 and 450 damage resistance. You'll still get hit for about the same, because the combination of already having 42% damage reduction on every hit, and also the power armor damage resistance itself being so high, by default, basically all power armor makes you into a tank, and that's non-optional. You just will be a tank all the time. And my 9th tip is, keep all the power armor pieces you get. If you have trouble with script, if you don't play that much a day, you won't get too many legendary pieces, so when you craft legendary power armor you don't like, hold on to it so you could script it. I typically play like more than enough each day to get past the daily limit of scripting, but each day you could do 300 script, which is 45 per power armor piece. So you could get about a full set power armor script and trade it in, so you could start making more instead of keeping that set you didn't really like. And you should probably script them instead of re-rolling them. Re-rolling legendaries is completely pointless. You're just losing out on money. And my last tip is more of a financial tip, but never ever buy full priced skins in the Atomic Shop. Whenever they release a skin, in like 2 months they'll put it up again for like half price or even lower. Just wait. It's not gonna leave this shop forever. I know they say limited time, like 6 days, 7 days, whatever, but you don't need it right now, and it will be there unless it's a seasonal item. Like, let's say they got the Santa Claus paint in there and you want to look like a clown with your Santa Claus paint in October. Okay, you could get that. Just don't buy any of them at full price. You probably shouldn't really even be spending your atoms on skins anyways. It's kind of like one of the worst things to get. Since they added the score system, there's so many skins that you just get for playing the game. It's kind of pointless to buy them in the Atomic Shop now, because most of them don't follow the lore and they don't look that good either. So unless you're like a big fan of the Brotherhood of Steel, or if you want to roleplay as Santa Claus, probably shouldn't buy any of the skins from the Atomic Shop. Unless, like me, if you have Fallout First and it's just burning a hole in your pocket and you're like, why not? Let's do it. Then yeah, go ahead. And that basically covers all the little nuances that came with the Steel Rain update. As you play, hopefully these are helpful to you. Oh, and I almost forgot. After finishing recording this video and in the editing, I just realized that Minerva is in the game and she actually works now. So now you could go to Minerva and get your plans for cheaper. He spawns outside all the settlements, so either outside of Foundation or the Raider base or Fort Atlas, she'll be in one of those places. So go check her out, see if she has anything that you would need. She basically sells everything I've already bought, but hopefully she comes through with the rest of the Brotherhood armor. But yeah, that's the whole video. If you guys liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Comments are always appreciated. Thanks for watching.